Hello, friends. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It's Thursday. That means it's time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter Recap. Before we get going to that, let me just say thank you to Mix You Ear, Michelle in Canada. Thank you for the super sticker. And thank you so much to everyone for being here. If you're watching in replay, that's great too. We're going live a little earlier than I usually do because that's what my schedule required today. So thanks for being here. Thanks especially to the members and to the moderators. And members, we have our members only live stream tonight, Calling in the Ancestors, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The link should pop up as soon as you come to the channel. It will also put it in our group on Facebook, Global Tarot Circle, on my Facebook feed, and in the community thread here. So please do join us if you're a member tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be doing ancestral readings. You get readings, but you also learn. It's like half class, half readings, and lots of fun. So please do join us. All right, this week, topic is fear fun? I was thinking about Halloween, of course, and scary movies and all of those things, the ways in which we use fear to entertain ourselves. And why do we do that? And my theory is that because there is so much in life that is scary, if we can have fear around things that we know aren't real, it helps us to deal with actual fear and actual trauma in our lives. And then I talked about the fact that there are really two different kinds of fear, right? There's the fear that is helpful, fear of real things that keeps us safe. And then there's the fear that is really unhelpful, which is the things we fear that we really shouldn't fear, and it holds us back. So today we are here to talk about fear, any kind of question about fear. Let's get going. I will take these in the order in which I see them. Smile Soul 20, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Glad you're here. First question I see is Nalini. So nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for all the love. So here's the question. When will the fear I'm currently faced with turn into fun? Is that even a possibility? You know, can the fears that we are struggling with be something that where we can just let it go and let there be fun? And I think that is a possibility. I do. And let me just interrupt to say, Jeannie, thank you so much for the super sticker. Jeannie Mnuchin, I appreciate that. All right, so let's take a look. Today I am working with Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Tarot Royale. And this is the indie version, fun deck. All right, so here we go. Nalini, the fears that you're dealing with now, you know, I think you could be having more fun in your life right now if you would let yourself. I think that's true. I think you are really, really afraid that you're not going to have what you need. And I think this is a fear that's been within you all of your life. And I think it's caused you to jump at things, to jump at relationships, to jump at circumstances, because you're afraid you're not going to have what you need. So you just sort of take what comes, right? And okay, if this is here, I'm going to take it because I don't know that anything better is going to come. And so there's that. And there's also just needing to let go of the past and sort of the fears you were conditioned with. Honestly, I think if you just started having more fun, the fear would dissipate. I think that's the key. And really trust your creativity, I think, would be very helpful. All right. Mix You Ear, Michelle, are my fears about Hannah justified, or am I overreacting? It depends what those fears are, I think. I think you're being appropriately protective I don't really get the sense that you are overreacting. I don't really get that sense. I'm just not sure that, I think you're speaking truth to yourself, or if you're sharing this with others, I think you're speaking truth with others. I'm just not sure that that's going to matter, but I don't think you're overreacting. Seriously. All right. Popsy K, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Why am I so fearful of moving forward in my life? What a great question. I think you're not patient. I think you're not patient with yourself. I think you forget that, anytime you move forward, some things will go better than others. Some things will work, some things won't. And I think you have a hard time with that. With if you move forward, some things aren't going to work. And that scares you. I think you fear failure of any kind. And you are impatient with the process of learning and growing. I think if you could be more patient, if you could recognize that you are loved, that you are smart, that you are okay, you have a good heart, you're fine. You just don't like the learning process. And I think that's really what it comes down to for you, that you need to allow yourself the learning, the grace of learning would help you a lot. Jeannie Manushin, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. And once again, thank you for that super sticker. I am struggling with fear of failure and successes and feeling lack of worth, which I believe are leftovers from childhood, yep, and are triggered by the upcoming festival that you're producing. What message does the universal have? Struggling a bit. Should I be taking Stressify or any other herbal remedies? Well, let's see. And honestly, if you have remedies that have helped in the past and that have worked for you, is it a good idea to look at those remedies? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is helpful. And in general, what does the universe want you to know? The universe wants you to know that, these are the nightmares of your childhood. You are doing what you need to do. And the result is never perfection. But the result is, part of temperance, and this is going back to the last reading too, part of temperance is sort of this sense of, okay, we've got the right balance. This is good. You don't need perfect. You just need good. And it'll be fine. Hey, Madiha Ness, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I was passed down a lot of fears from my family, all in good intention. One is if you accept clairvoyance, if you accept the gift of clairvoyance, you will pay a painful debt. I guess it comes from old shamanic beliefs. And you know what I have to say about that? It's true. You do pay a painful debt every freaking day because you know stuff that other people don't know and you can't really tell them and you carry it, and so, yeah, that's true. But it's not, it's like anything else. If you excel as a ballet dancer, your feet are going to hurt. It's not horrifying. It's just what you have to deal with. If you're a great chef, you may get fat. Right? I mean, it's not, it's not a terrible thing. And so I would say, don't fear that debt. Know that it exists, but don't fear that. And I see your question down below. So I'm going to take Pamela's Insights question next, and then I'm going to do your question. And thank you for bringing that up because, a lot of people have that sense, and because it's true. But it's not like we shouldn't make that a calamity. It's just collateral damage that we all have to deal with. All right, Pamela's Insight. Thanks for being a moderator. I'm doing a lot of healing work for self and ancestral lineage so that I can move forward with creating a life of purpose. What more do I need to know in order to face the future? That is beautiful. I love that. And the answer is, girl, you are doing it. You are doing it. Look how this card keeps coming up, even though I'm shuffling. You're doing it. You're doing what you need to do, for sure. All right. Madi Hanes, once again, my question is, what one fear should I address now? Great, that's perfect. Okay, one fear, one card. What is it? I think it's just that fear of bad mojo, bad luck, bad oogie boogie. It's the spiritual fear. You need to let that go. Really. All right. Von Ray, so nice to see you. I was seeing you. Where'd you go? Hang on a minute. Where are you? I'm over scrolling. Here we are. Von Ray, what can I do to limit fear in my life? Okay. All right. Von Ray, what can I do to eliminate fear in my life? The thing is, you can't. We are humans. We have fear. What you have to do is go forward boldly anyway. Courage, bravery. It's not the absence of fear. It's doing it anyway. And that's what you have to do. That is how you eliminate the damage of fear. You can't eliminate fear. But if you go forward bravely, boldly, anyway, some of the things that you do fear, you won't be afraid of anymore. So on that level, it will eliminate fear. So go forward bravely. Okay, Janine Barnes. I've lost a bright red bag with some tarot decks. Will they be found? Have they been stolen from my car? So I'm going to do that because, of course, that is very fearful. The idea of not being able to find your decks. Have they been stolen? Will you find them? That's a legit question here today. Let's take a look. I don't think they've been stolen. I think you will find them. I think you'll find them. I think that there's something in your life stressing you out above and beyond that. Man, this card just keeps coming up. You're dealing with a lot of stress, it seems, at this time. And that stress makes it hard to remember things. I do not think the cards were stolen. I think you will find them. I think you're just hiding them from yourself. You'll find them. All right. Okay, Adrija, nice to see you. Adrija Roy, what is my current fear and security that is hampering my growth? What a great question. Let's take a look. I think, honestly, it's the fear that you won't be able to do all the things you want to do and need to do. You won't have the resources, time, money, energy. You won't find what you're looking for. I think that's the fear, and I think you have to let it go. You will have everything you're looking for. Morgana the Great, so nice to see you. I have so much fear whenever I'm doing a reading for someone. I worry they won't enjoy the reading or it won't resonate. How can I get rid of that fear and be more secure? So I'll answer from the perspective of being a reader first, and then I'll pull a card-ish or more. So here's what I'm going to say. You have to go into it with the perspective of, well, we're going to see what happens here. You cannot be invested in any of that. You just have to be, let's see the process. Let's trust the process. Let's see the process. Let's see what happens. And just go from that perspective of trust and curiosity. And that will help. All right. Now, what do the cards say about that? Practice, practice, practice. The more readings you do, the better you're going to be, the more you're going to trust your own intuition, your own psychic ability. Practice, practice, practice. Seriously. Okay. Okay, Teresa C., thank you so much for being a member here. Thanks for being a moderator. Am I doing well at releasing the trauma from my body that causes fear? And what a good point. Yeah, that's a real thing. Trauma stays in our body and causes, so stuff from the past causes us to feel certain ways about the current. Absolutely true. All right. So, are you doing well at releasing the trauma from your body that causes fear? You are. You're doing a great job. There's still more to go, but you're doing it. Keep doing that work. You're doing it. Leslie Jones, nice to see you. I have a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out. I always fear I'm not doing enough, and it even paralyzes me because I get overwhelmed by all the things I want to do. How can I better deal with it? It's hard. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I think at the end of the day, Leslie, this is a self-esteem issue. I think what it really is fear that you're not enough, that you're not good enough. And I think that's where it stems. And so the more you can work on self-esteem, the better you're going to be. Claire C., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And thanks for being a member here. My fears about health problems hold me back. Sure. And that's going to get worse as we get older, right? How do I distinguish what's fear-based and what's fear-based and what's real, right? Well, let's see. I think, the thing is, you need to have healthcare professionals that you trust. And you need to be able to say, what can I do? What can't I do? And follow that and don't get caught up in anxiety. And it's hard because finding doctors that we trust is really, really hard. But that's what you need. You need healthcare professionals that you trust. Where if the doctor says, do this, don't do that, you're okay for this, you're cleared for this, you're not cleared for this, just follow that and don't let anxiety get in the way. And don't let other people tell you, once you've figured out what your protocol is going to be, don't let other people get in your way. Okay, so wants to know what to do to attract the right person into your life. What we're talking about today is fear. So I think what's going on here is you fear that you're not going to. And so the real question is, how do you get rid of that fear, right? And the answer is, I think you just have to trust. You have to do you. Just do you. Do the things that you enjoy. Focus on that. And you will naturally do that, right? So you just focus on you. That's really the key. Okay, baby cakes. We're drinking today. Okay, I'm good with that. And thank you to Selma for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Baby cakes. I fear that things in my life took way too long because of my fear. I understand that. Yeah, me too. My fear to take next steps. Was it a healthy fear or did it slow me down? How do I work on this fear if it does slow me down? Okay, let's take a look. Okay. So, yeah, the thing is, and I tell myself this too, you at every moment have done the best you could with what you had. This was fear that was instilled in you as a child. It's fear you picked up from your family. It's ancestral. It's all of that. And so it's not your fault. And you did things when you were ready. You could not have done things before you were ready. It's really easy to look back and say, man, I should have been able to do this earlier. But every day of your life, you have done the best you could in each moment, and you're doing the best you can now, so stop worrying about it. This is a way of self-shaming, and it is that self-shame that will hold you back now. So just be happy with where you're at and recognize you got here as quick as you could. And let go as quickly as you can of these sort of ancestral and family things that make you feel like you will not succeed, that you're not good enough. Okay. Excuse me, Arlette. Nice to see you. I'm seeing a lot of my father and myself lately and unpacking that. Yeah, man. Welcome to adulting. Ugh. What do I need to know about my dad or ancestors to move through the fear? Things related to anger issues, self-love, and the surgery upcoming. You're doing the work. That's what you need to know. The surgery is the right thing, first of all, and you're doing the work on the way there to see the things that you have inherited that aren't serving you and to release them. Also, make sure you see the things that you have inherited that do serve you and appreciate. It's always going to be appreciate and release, and you're doing the work. Jenny, nice to see you. I have some kind of fear of intimacy that makes me have a weird relationship with sex. I hear you. I always cry and feel disgusted with myself after. So I wonder, if that's like, if you grew up in a household with literally sexual shame. I fear I'll never have a satisfying life because of it. You're right. You have to heal this. This is a real problem, and you have to heal this. And I promise you that if you heal it, you will have a very satisfying and happy life. I promise you. But I feel like this requires real healing. You need a good therapist. You need to do the work or read the books or, whatever it takes, however you choose your healing journey, you need to actively work on healing this. Don't feel shame about your shame. Heal it. It's healable and you'll be fine. Maya Turner, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Due to an accident, I am fearful to ride my horses. Oh, that's sad. What do I need to do to deal with this? Will it ever completely go away, or is it the new me? Right? All right. So here we go. Will this just go away? You will be able to ride, but you will be a slower, more careful rider than you were. And I think there's actually a saying, you have to get back up on the horse. And I think you do. So you're going to have to sort of force yourself to this. But you are changed by it. But I think that you will be able to ride again and enjoy riding and enjoy that connection with your horses. Okay. Okay. Did I miss Jackie? Is that true? Did I miss Jackie? I might have. Thank you, Jeannie. Let me go back and find Jackie. I did miss Jackie. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you, Jeannie. Jackie Masters, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Sorry I missed you. And thanks to Jeannie for pointing it out. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for taking care of each other. How can I overcome my fears? This is Jackie. I fear these fears are getting in the way of moving forward. I feel there is more for me, but something is stopping me from embracing what that is. It would be nice. It would be nice to sort of figure out what the fear is, right? In order to be able to let it go. I think in a way, Jackie, you have been taught to fear your emotions. You have been taught to fear not fitting in. You have been taught to fear other people's reactions to you. You have been taught that other people, if they react badly to you, that's okay. So I think it has a lot to do with just accepting yourself. I think this is all about radical self-acceptance, honestly. All right. Here we go. Okay. And Pamela, question about fear and professional readings. Does the doubt and fear ever fully go away before a client reading? Sure it does. Yes. In my experience, yeah. Once you do it, man, a lot, eventually you learn to trust the process. And once in a while, there may be a reading that is intimidating for one reason or another. But in general, yeah, it does go away. Absolutely. Okay, Selma, once again, thank you for the super sticker. Is the intention of my husband's friends that visited last night, are they blocking sending negative energy to your family's success? Well, that certainly is a fear, so let's take a look. You know, the people who visited are very selfish and self-interested in some ways. Are they doing anything actively to block your success? Probably not, but I know you don't like their energy and I understand why. I certainly don't think they're doing anything spiritually. They're also not doing anything to help you. But can your family be successful anyway? Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest problem is that you or other family members have fears about your own success. You doubt your ability to be successful. Don't look at other people there, look at your own doubts and get rid of them. Okay. Oh, baby cakes, thank you. Yeah, grandbabies are good. I get to take care of them tomorrow. I'm excited. And thank you everyone for your feedback. I do read it. I don't always read it aloud in the interest of time, but I do read it and I do appreciate it. Okay, Lydia, nice to see you. I have a fear of losing control. Rationally, I know that we are never in control of anything in life, but my subconscious still holds on to this mindset. How can I fix it? Honestly, Lydia, I think you just have to keep telling yourself that you control everything you can control very well, and what you can't control anyway. You bring the rational mind further, just keep telling yourself that. So Jenny, yes, my parents are very Catholic. They both married virgins, and they always comment on how that's the right thing to do. I hate that they got into my head like that. So let me say, and I realize this is unintentional on their part, but you are a survivor of religious abuse. That's what that is. It is religious abuse. They did not intend to be abusive, but they were. And you need to counter that with that understanding that you are healing from religious abuse. You and anyone else who's going through this, please understand that. Barrett Ermy, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. A lady that blocked you from reading her when I sat down. Yeah, that can happen. Okay. Hey, Justine, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. I have a question that is related to fear. How can I break through the fear that is keeping me in analysis paralysis right now with my project? So I think what you have to do, Justine, is recognize that this fear is not about the project at all. It's about you moving forward. It's about your own success. And that once you work through this fear, you'll be ready to do the thing. So recognize that the fear is part of getting to where you need to go. Don't shame yourself for it. Don't rush yourself. Just know that it's part of the process. It's okay. Okay. Jennifer, will the person VP relation continue for me in future? What soul contract do I have with her? Why do I have so much anxiety, fear? Do my guides think that I have to apologize I have to give her apology again? I think that this particular person is a very difficult person. I think you have to learn how to stand up for yourself. It's not so much about apology, it's about standing up for yourself. Obviously, don't slap people, but do learn how to defend yourself verbally. That's what you need. And I think that in a way, this person is here to teach you how to stand up for yourself appropriately. Quinn, nice to see you. Your birthday is on Halloween, so is my dad's. I'm so scared of my place in life at the moment. How can I bring myself to trust that everything will fall in place and not panic? Well, I think the reason that this is true is that you're not happy in your place right now and you're afraid it's just going to stay like that. You have to remember that things always change. Energy always shifts. And so we can acknowledge that you're unhappy right now, but change will come. I think you're also afraid that what has happened was the wrong thing. Like the wrong thing happened and now everything's going to be wrong. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Right? Okay. And Kathy Humphrey, thank you so much for joining the channel. We have a members only live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. I hope you and all the members will join us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Really appreciate you. Okay. Oh, Jackie, yeah, please do listen to the replay. Yes, yes, yes. Denise Woods, fear of just living every day, scared about mortality after my sister's passing. What do you feel would help me? Panic if the kids all grown travel. Just about paralyzes me. Sounds like you've got an anxiety disorder. I mean, obviously I'm not a doctor, but you may have anxiety. You may have real anxiety here. What I think you need to do, yeah, you have a lot of heartache, you have a lot of anxiety. I think you need to look at the possibility of treating that. You know, getting a diagnosis. Is it anxiety? Is it depression? Is it both? Get a diagnosis and treat it. It could be therapy. It could be medication. It could be diet and exercise. It could be meditation. It could be yoga. It could be lots of ways to treat it. But you need to treat this. You know, if you had diabetes, you wouldn't be coming to me saying, what do I do about my diabetes? You'd be finding the right treatment. Same here. This is just as serious and just as deadly. You have to find a way to treat this without shame, without blame. Just treat it. Okay. Justine in the 10 of Wands. There you go. Okay, Kathy, nice to see you. And again, thanks for becoming a member. You recently had a bad reaction to a hair care product. Will the company make good on it? I'm so sorry for that. And yeah, that's a fear thing, certainly. And Denise, good that you're on meds, but honestly, if you're still feeling this way, you need more or different. More kinds of treatment. Again, you know, consider adding to the meds, maybe therapy or something more holistic or something, or maybe talk to your doctor about different meds, because if you're on meds, they should be working, and they clearly are not working as well as we would like. I hate it when that happens. Okay, so Kathy, will the company make good on this? Yeah. I think they will. I think you just have to, you know, jump through their hoops, but I think so, yes. Okay. All right. And Ben, Libra does tarot. Yes, I don't know if you noticed, but in the newsletter, I put your spread. Yay. Very good. Oh, goodness. It's time for the moderators to get rid of somebody. Please go ahead and do that for me. Thank you, moderators. Moderators to the action. Yay, yay. And let me just do this. Report. All right. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Well done, moderators. Yay. All right. From my perspective, I have come to the end. If I accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. Speak now. If you haven't asked a question about fear, please do. I want to remind all the members that we have a members-only class tonight, 7 p.m., Calling in the Ancestors. Please join us. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So thank you very, very much for being here. Thanks for all the super chats, super stickers. Thanks to Kathy Humphrey for becoming a new member. Yay. Thanks to all the members and moderators. And I appreciate all of you. Thanks for your insightful questions. If you do not subscribe to the Tarot Topics newsletter, the link is up in the description to subscribe, so please do. Again, members, I hope to see you this evening. And we have a room and Zoom class coming up on the 26th of October. You can go to my website to get your ticket for that. You can join us in person if you're local or join us on Zoom. Look forward to that as well. And if you happen to be in the area where I am, I will be speaking at the Mandel Library in West Palm Beach, downtown, Saturday at noon. So please join us. It's for fun and free. All right. My friends, thank you so much. Members, I'll see you tonight. I appreciate all of you. Take really good care. Be good.